Bear here with If That's the Case, and today we are doing a review on the Deepcool D-Shield. So, to the case. So the Deepcool D-Shield is actually a full ATX computer case, rocking at a pretty low price, with some of your basic features like dual USB 2.0 and single USB 3.0. As well, you got two optical drive bays up in the front, a nice brushed aluminum look, Deepcool logo on the very front, and just a very interesting mesh design for the airflow being around instead of on the front. On the very back of this, you got yourself your standard 120mm fan. As well, the PSU is mounted on the bottom. There are two nifty little exterior features that I am a big fan of. One being this magnetic air filter. Just slide it in. And then the second one being thumb screws. I just love thumb screws. Let's go ahead and move to the interior of the case. One thing that I am not a fan of is that there's no indent or tab or anything to pull the side panel off, so you really got to put your thumbs on the back of the case and then just kind of grip and pull. Come on off. There we go. Now I'm not sure if you can see it at all, but this is easily scratched. Very easily scratched. I cannot emphasize that enough. This is very easily scratched. Make sure to keep your pets or animals away. Helena. That means you. So on the inside of the case itself, the case did come with the back 120mm fan. The only thing that I'm not a fan of is the ketchup mustard wires in which the fan came with. So that was kind of a, The bottom here actually supports up to two 120mm fans, if you like. I did put a 120mm radiator on the very front of this case. It can actually support up to a 240. Now you are going to have to put the fans on the outside and the radiator on the inside. And also don't get the extra large radiators. I'm betting that they may not fit, but don't take my word. So this case can actually support two solid-state drives and then two 3.5 hard-inch drives as well. So your first solid-state drive is actually right here, and it will go up and down. You can put cables easily into the back, no problem there. This PSU shroud is kind of nice. I like the fact that there's this little gap here so that you can see the sticker to your PSU. However, since there's no window here, I kind of find it pointless. Just a quick note that if you are going to shove all of your extra PSU cables down below and not put any fans on the top here, you're going to be able to see the PSU cables hiding down below. And then for the very back of the case, again, no tabs. Sweaty palms equals not the best takeout. In the very back of the case, you have a solid-state drive that can actually be mounted right behind your motherboard. Now this is pretty nice if you don't want a solid-state drive up front, or if you have a smaller 2.5-inch hard disk drive that's not so pretty and you want hiding in the back. And then at the very bottom of this case, you can put your two hard disk drives, the 3.5-inch hard disk drives. One of the things that I actually became a little frustrated with this case was that there is a little tiny gap up here for you to put your CPU power pins. Now the problem with this is you have to route it up through there first before you actually install the motherboard, otherwise you can't really get it through. Or at least I had an extremely difficult time doing such a thing. And once I actually had the motherboard in there, I realized that the cabling was too tight with my PSU cables to actually make a solid connection. So what I had to do is I had to remove the motherboard, pull the pins back through, and then have the CPU power pins go through the front where everyone can see. So again, if you have ketchup and mustard cables, this might not be ideal for you. One cool feature I actually liked about this case was how the drives just slide in and out. With just two screws, you can actually make it so that your drive slides in and out, which is pretty nice and handy. They offer two screws that just stick out a little bit and go on a little rail. So the last thing I'm really going to note about this guy is its feet. Now you know what they say about one's feet. I mean, the feet are actually quite tall in that they give a good distance between the case and the bottom of the case for there to be room to breathe. So if you're going to put this on the carpet, unless it's an extremely thick carpet, I think that your case would be fine sitting on a carpet inside of this case. Recommended? No. But could you do it? Probably. So that was the Deepcool D-Shield ATX case. I think for its price, it's actually a pretty decent case. Alright guys, so leave a comment below and if you have this case and what you think of this case. Also, any other thoughts or comments in which you might have on this video. Alright guys, as well, I did actually go ahead and I did create a Facebook page just today, so feel free to check that out. As well, if you liked this video, go ahead and hit that like button. If you did, subscribe if you want to see more case review videos like this one, and I hope to see you in the next video.